Right, so let's talk about this thing, Ascension symptoms, something that a lot of people are talking about, and there may be some confusion about it. I just want to just share some thoughts on it and just unpack that and unravel that a little bit. And please let me know what you resonate with, what's happening for you, what your experiences are, and if you can relate to what I'm saying here. So a lot of people are experiencing that they are seeing repetitive patterns within their life. They're seeing repeating numbers. They might see like 111 or 222 or 333, 444, 144, or but not just now and then. It's like, oh, it's the boss 111. It's like, but it happens regularly, a lot of the time. Often the same numbers repeating, or just the fact that there are repetitive numbers popping up increasingly in your life. Let me know if this is something that you're experiencing. A lot of people are also experiencing that they are having disturbed sleep patterns, waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to get back to sleep, and being in a state to like think about things and emote about things, and maybe then going back to sleep about 4 o'clock, and then having some very, very vivid dreams that feel so real, and then waking up from that feeling like, wow, that was intense, or feeling, perhaps tired after having intense dreams, and things of this nature. And a lot of people are asking, well, this has been happening for a while, and people start to notice it for like, perhaps a few months, or it's happening for a few months before people really start noticing it. I'm seeing that there are a lot of people out there, this has been happening for a long time now. I can relate to that myself. Like yesterday, I went out for a ride in the car. On the way there, looked at the clock, 15:15. On my way back, looked at the clock again, 19:19. This happens a lot. I'm sure you're experiencing this too. People are asking questions. What does it mean when we see these patterns? What does it mean when we have these experiences? And what happens next? That's the most overwhelming question that I hear around these type of subjects. What do we do next? What happens next? It's almost like people are expecting that this wave of ascension is coming to us. A lot of people recognize that this is ascension symptoms, that it's like there's an evolutionary process happening, but expecting to be carried along with the wave, and that I should be waiting for, okay, well, this has been happening for 6 months or a year or 3 years, and what do we do now? What's the next phase? Like it's happening to us, or through us. But no, what I want to share with you is that this is an invitation. You are being shaken up to be woken up, in a way, to bring your attention to the present moment. When you see these repeating numbers, for example, this is the universe saying, what's going on right now? What's happening in your mind? What's happening in your emotions? And look inside. And when we take these moments of seeing these repeated numbers as a reminder to look within, then we will start noticing what we're thinking and what we're feeling around those times. And one thing that I teach a lot in my courses, particularly in the free course that I offer, and I can drop a link in the video, in the comments below this video, to that free course, is that the energy that comes through us, through our mind and through our emotions, are two very, very powerful energies that we use to actually create life and create the world as we are thinking and feeling it. So in these moments when you see these repeated numbers, what you're being invited to do is to pause and to look within and take check of what it is you're thinking, what it is you're feeling, and noticing if those two energies, the mental and the emotional energies, are in harmony with each other. Because if they are, you are actively creating into this world. And what I mean by that is everything in the universe is created by two polar forces, the energy of the divine masculine, which we see as coming down to us from above, and the energy of the divine feminine, which we see as spiraling up to us from below. And the meeting place between those two energies is the cradle of creation, if you like. It's where everything comes from. And as human beings, we have this divine masculine in the form of our mental energy. We have the divine feminine in the form of our female feminine energies. And by uniting those forces, our thoughts, our emotions together, or projecting them out into the world, into the universe, we are influencing the world and creation around us. So in those moments where you have these realizations, oh, one, oh, what am I thinking now? What am I feeling now? Ah, yeah, okay, so I'm thinking about this, I'm feeling about this. That's interesting. In the beginning phase, like the first few months of this, or possibly for some the first few years of this, it's really a case of noticing where we're at, what with that, and just, you don't have to change anything. You don't have to give yourself a hard time if you were giving yourself a hard time. We have a lot of inner judgment and inner critic and all that kind of stuff, and let's not judge that, let's not criticize that, let's just allow. We'll allow. It is what it is. Acceptance is first key. Then after some time, you will naturally start to harmonize and unify your thoughts and your feelings and project them in the direction of something that you wish to create or do or bring to this earth. And this is your mission in life, your spiritual purpose to create in this way. People ask, well, how do I know? Well, what is my purpose? What, you know, like they're waiting for something to just take over for them. But no, it's about us and what we create in this world. We are little gods and goddesses, if you like, you know, here to actually create reality. I'm trying to stop using the word reality, so that's why I kind of had a pause there, but that's a subject for another video. So harmonize your thoughts and feelings with the things that you feel most passionate about and about doing, because that way you're tuning into this energy of excitement, which is a vibration that unifies the mental energy and the emotional energy. It's a very powerful force, and when we create excitement and we project it in any direction, magical things begin to happen. And you may be an artist, or you may know artists who are just in these moments of creativity where they just receive this inspiration and creation flows through them, and they have this passion, this excitement about what they're creating. And this could be anything. You could put that energy into creating a meal for your family. You could put that energy into writing a book. You could, put that energy into whatever you do for a living, or whatever your business is, or whatever your hobbies are. But find these things that excite you. That's what you're being called to do, to unify these two very powerful divine forces within you, and use those energies to make this world a better place the way you see it to be, right? It's not about anyone else's creation. It's about you, because from a certain point of view, there are only two beings in existence. There is you and God. I hope you're not afraid of that word God. I don't mean it in a religious sense. I mean the source of all that is. And everything that you experience is about your relationship with that God source. So no one else matters in a sense. Obviously, we are compassionate beings and we're empathic and etc. But your relationship with everyone else is your relationship with God. How you treat other people is how you are treating God, because everything else is God. At the same time, it's all a reflection of you as well. So yeah, there's oneness and duality and all of that. I don't know if I'm going too far with this video, but what I really wanted to express to you is that you have the power to create this world as you would like it to be. And the way you do that is by following your passion, your excitement, following your bliss, the hippies say. And it's absolutely true. Whatever it is that makes you feel wonderful and alive and joyful and excited and happy and passionate, do those things, because you're putting that joyful, excited, passionate, loving energy into the world. And what can come back to you is just that, more and more of that. And feel free to change your mind. You might feel really excited and passionate about pottery, and then you might change your mind. You might decide you want to do something else. You might want to start climbing mountains or skiing or whatever it is that excites you. Put your energy into that. The more you do that, and the more you take your energy away from things that are draining the life force from your energy. How many people are doing jobs that they hate, for example? How many of us sacrifice our lives working for somebody else's dreams in a kind of dead-end job, or running a business that we don't like, that's kind of eating us up inside. And the more we do that, the more that will come to us, and the more we'll create a life for ourselves that is collapsing and painful and uncomfortable, disappointing. We really must realize, notice, cognize that we experience the world in direct relation to the energy we put into it. That's the essence of this. What we put out comes back to us. I mean, we've been hearing this for, centuries, right? But it's true. It's absolutely true. So if you're starting to notice repeating numbers in your life, if you're starting to notice that you're being spoken to by the universe, listen. There are also messages that come in those repeating numbers, and things. You might have an inspiration at the moment that you see 333 on a bus going by. What was that message? What were you thinking? What else is going on in that environment right now? That can lead you to inspiration. That's also really, really key. If you are waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and not able to sleep, use that time to breathe, to reaffirm, to re-embody your connection with the divine. Again, I'll point you to the free course that I'm sharing in the links below in the comments. There are exercises in there to re-embody that connection with the divine. It's a type of meditation. It's a way of reaching out to deepen your relationship with all that is, and that brings us much more into harmony with the divine masculine, divine feminine forces, and allows that creative energy to flow through us. So the reason it's happening at around about 3 o'clock in the morning is because the psychic airways where you live are quiet then. Most people are asleep, so the atmosphere is crisp. You have this pure channel of empty space to connect with spirit. This is why yogis and meditators get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do their practice, because it's the cleanest time of day to do that. So it's you're being encouraged to step up and open spiritually. And the other thing with the dreams is fascinating, because when we dream, it's not just so many things go on when we dream, but for many of us, we are traveling to other places and times and dimensions in our dreams, astrally, causally. Other bodies. We have many bodies, not just the physical, mental, and emotional, and we travel with these bodies to different places. And many of us are missioning. I don't know if you ever get this. I know this thing a lot recently where I've been in space, out there somewhere. Some mission, some war, something that needs to be achieved or done, or a mission that needs to be run. A lot of that kind of stuff. And I really feel that I'm there, and it's so visceral. It's so, there's that word again, real. It's such an experience. And when I wake up, I feel like I've just come back from somewhere. And we do travel in multi-dimensions in our sleep. So if this is happening to you, and you're waking up in the morning feeling like you've just done a day's work or a night's work, you have to some extent. And that's okay. For a lot of people, their mission here in this time, in this space, in this world, is not necessarily something external and worldly. Maybe you can just enjoy all of that and have a nice, comfortable, opulent life, or have a family life, or do some work to clean up the lineage of your family that you've born into, and all that 7-generational clearing. And maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Everyone's different. But perhaps your main mission is all this kind of astral journey and stuff that you're doing at night. If that's the case, you're going to need to rest in the day. There's nothing wrong with you. We are multidimensional beings existing in multidimensional reality, and there is crossover. And just because we are trained to believe that this is the real world and nothing else is real, and all this is all fantasy and daydreaming, I don't agree. I disagree with that. There are many layers of reality. There's that word again. And we can explore that. Anyway, I've been rambling for ages. I think I've delivered to you what I wanted to share about this ascension symptoms. Please share in comments below what your experiences are. Are you seeing these repeating numbers? Are you being woken up at silly o'clock in the morning, not being able to get to sleep? Are you having really, really vivid astral journey type dreams at 5 o'clock in the morning? How are you receiving messages from spirit, and what are you doing with this energy? Where are you taking your passion? What are you creating in this world? I really want to know. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Blessings on your mission on this earth. Blessings on your life, on your heart, on your family, everything you do. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. Everything's as it's meant to be. We are held by spirit in a beautiful way, and we can trust in that, and have faith in ourselves, connection with the divine. Everything will be all right.